All right. Oh no. Hopefully, can you guys hear me okay? I hope there's not a lot of background noise on the mic. I just hope it's not bad because hold on. I really think it's actually bad. uh, can you guys just do me a favor and do a sound check on this? Because I'll explain why in a second. As to why I think everything's messed up, but we'll see. I'll just start talking and you guys can let me know what you guys think. Let's see, who's all here? Baby Shark is here, Randy Miller's here, Braun is here, David is here, Eric's here. Let's see who else we got. AJ, Edwin, what's up? Make sure I don't miss anybody. Paul's here, KTM is here. Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome. Ray's here, Ray the Gem. Let's see who else. DTS Coins, welcome in. Chauson, Yasmel, God, there's a lot of y'all here. Great Scott, awesome. Good, just making sure we're all good here. So, all right. Audio is good, awesome, perfect. Yeah, so there's a little echo. Let me see if I can fix that. I don't know if that's fixing it or not, but essentially, I built a new computer, and for some reason, I don't know why, because I didn't change any of the settings. Sounds like I'm snorkeling. Oh, wonderful. Hang on a second. Give me a second. Hang on. I can fix that. How about that? Does that make it any better? If that doesn't make it any better, hang on. I can change this real quick. Give me just one moment. We're going to play with some settings. Half the people, some people are saying, put a 1 in the chat if it sounds echoey, put 2 if it sounds fine. 1 for an echo, 2 for 2 for 2 for it being good, 1 for it being echo. Because I built a new computer, and ever since I hooked everything up, it just does not work. So let me just change one more settings around while I'm doing this real quick. Filter. Suppression. Do that, put that up here. Sounds like I'm in a bathtub. That's home now. I'm changing things slowly but surely, so just bear with me, guys. I should have done this ahead of time. I apologize, but I mean, I just don't know. I don't know why it sounds the way it does, but I'll have to mess with it. Compressor. We'll just change that down to 4.1. Minus 18. Everything else should be okay. Yeah, see, I don't know why there's an echo. There should not be an echo. Yeah, hang on. I know what it is. I just gotta get it to work. My suppression is... Oh, that's why. How about that? No? I don't want to spend all day doing this. Anyways, I'll have to figure it out eventually. I'm sorry that it sounds this terrible. Like I said, I just built a new computer, and everything just stopped working ever since I just... you wouldn't think that this mic would do this, but I think it's also the computer fans are really loud, so I think get new fans put in for these things, and it's just really loud right now. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out eventually, but yeah, I'll have to work with that. But yeah, like I said, ever since I built it, it's just screwed everything up. That's why the videos, I think the last 2 videos have been quiet, because I just didn't have the right level put up or something. I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So I apologize. You guys are just gonna have to tolerate it until we figure it out. Until we figure it out later on. But for now, that's just what we're gonna have to do. So Doesn't sound bad at all. That's fine. Okay, that's good. Echo. Well, I mean, I had to get a new computer, so. But yeah, I mean, the old one was starting to fail, so. But yes, I did build it. Everything is, I mean, everything runs fine. All the drivers are updated. Everything is fine. It's just I think it has to do. Well, what I think it is the EQ program that I had on the old computer isn't currently set the same way on this one because I don't remember how I EQ'd it last time, so it's not even EQ'd through the computer. So I wonder if that's why it's acting up. So, but anyway, we're not talking about all that stuff. So we're talking about silver and everything today. So let's just do that. As you guys can see, we got the Navy privy on the left and we got the Army privy on the right. Some giveaway tubes in case we hit that 100, and of course just some silver to go around. We also got these are going to be the giveaway items. We're giving away 3 of these 1 ounce rounds of the Mercury design style. So these are still kept in the flips from when I got them from Monument Metals. So I have not taken them out except for maybe one occasion to do a little thumbnail photo. But other than that, they are still in their original slip. So these are, we're going to give away 3 of these today. So, and I'm going to do something a little bit different this time around. We're going to, instead of putting in exclamation point GAW like we usually do, I'm gonna just capture the names in a different method that I think is going to include everybody, because last time I was playing with it a little bit off, like right when the, what do you call it, when the startup screen was going on. And I don't think, or I should say, I think I got it so that I can copy everybody's names and not have any issues. So we'll see how that goes. But we should have a new way of doing it. So I think now all we have to do is just, if you want to participate in the giveaway, you just have to chat in the live stream instead of putting in exclamation point call. Anything you say in the stream is going to work. So so that's how that's going to work from here on out. At least we're going to try it today. So, and like I said, I was messing with it in the beginning or during the load up screen for the live stream, and it seemed to work just fine. So see how that goes. Let's see, what's everyone saying? Army Mercury's are the best designs. Last time I was in the picker. Nice, sweet, nice. All right, cool. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, this is all. I don't really have much planned today, honestly, guys. Like, we're just gonna kind of sit here and chat. So the more you guys can chat, the more your names. Well, it's not gonna increase your chances, but if you guys start chatting, I think it starts putting in participants from how I copied it. So I think when we get closer to the harvesting of the name time, we'll throw everyone's. We'll do all that. So, but yeah, if you guys can like that video, get more people in here. I know it's going to ruin your guys' chances, but we like having more people in the chat. It's more fun. But in case you guys, let's do a little recap here. So let's go to let's minimize. No, not this one. Hold on, we're going to get rid of this one. So we're going to go on to ST Bullion's page in case you guys got when we did Silver Roulette last time. Which was 2 weeks ago. This is going to be next month's giveaway, the Scottsdale Stacker. I got these on order, placed the order today, and so these should be coming in, well, depending on how long it takes SD Bullion to send it over. That's where we're going to get these from, and so these should be here, hopefully, in about a week or 2. Maybe it times up right when it comes to Silver Roulette, but if not, oh well. But either way, maybe we'll do a separate live stream, because let me look at the date, because I don't want that up there. Let me see. The date in 2 weeks will be the 7th. 7th or 8th we'll probably do Silver Roulette, and then on the 10th, on that Monday, we're gonna do another live stream, because the I think, is it the Marine Privy that comes out? I think the US Marines Privy comes out. So we're gonna do like 2 live streams almost like within a day or 2 of each other. So be ready for that. But in 2 weeks, we'll do a silver roulette. Hopefully, the package for these guys are going to be here by then, and we can unbox these live, just like we did with the Mercury rounds. Let's see, what do we guys have to say? Yeah, these are really cool. These are going to be. Unfortunately, I didn't get. Like, it's kind of. I feel bad because you have to win 2 of these to really enjoy it because they stack on top of each other, and if one person just wins it, then it's kind of like you can't really stack it. But I mean, it's silver, so it's still fun. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because I've always wanted to get these and I never have, but this one silver roulette last time, so this is going to be given away. But I mean, it'll be fun. This will be a great introductory thing for someone who maybe wants to stack these, just for something to try it out. Is the chat. That stacker looks awesome. Yeah, these stackers look really cool. We'll find out what they're like in person. We'll obviously unbox it and stack them up a little bit. How's the weather where you are? I'm a long distance truck driver heading to Salt Lake City, Utah, Monday morning, coming from Ontario. Wow, that's a crazy drive. So I'm in like South Texas, so as you can imagine, it's hot. So it is just it's Texas heat, but it's finally getting cool. And when I say cool, I mean in the 80s or 25 degrees for us outside of the US. Thank you, Northampton West, £2, I should say. Well, new to the channel, so here's a little hello. Well, thank you so much, Northampton West. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Welcome from across the pond. But yeah, it's warm in Texas, as you can imagine. So, what happened to the potential silver sponsor to your channel? There is no potential silver sponsor. There never has been one. I just used the Jam Bullion one, obviously, for you guys to get that 100-ounce thing. I know there's a lot of kickback on it, but yeah, okay, I guess I could address it. I get additional entries for every time someone clicks it, but I didn't even win the first one, so it's not like it doesn't do anything for me. Even if I did win it, what I'm doing isn't shady or whatever. It's just you're allowed to leverage things like this to get. And even if I did win it, I'd give them away. So, that's just what I would do. But yeah, there's no sponsors yet, as far as I know. I just checked my emails today. I don't see anything. So, but once that ends around Christmas time, I'll probably, I don't know, we'll see what happens around that. I might just I need to make an intro, little channel intro thingy that just goes right in between it. Everyone else has. Let's see. David says Colorado is beautiful. So I used to live in Denver, or just north of Denver, and I miss that weather. I know it's cold sometimes up there, but I love that weather up there. Colorado's got a special place in my heart. It's just so scenic and it's just so nice. I love it. I would actually move back, despite the craziness that goes on over there. Do you just stack silver or do you stack gold too? Right now, I just stack silver. I had gold, so I'm not against gold, of course. I actually think gold should be a huge part of everybody's long-term goals. But all right, it's just the price thing, and with the GSR where it's at, I'm just not buying any gold right now. I mean, speaking of GSR, the GSR went back up. It's almost 84, 85 again right now. So it's kind of crazy. Just how much, because we were down 78, 77 at one point, and now we're back up to 84. So, but I want to stack gold, but it's just not. I just don't see I don't want to say justification, but just in terms of how I do things, it doesn't. I don't see the indications to do it yet. When does it start? The live stream. The giveaway will probably go. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes. I mean, I want to try to do it around within the next 30 minutes to an hour or so. It's not going to be that far away. But I do want to just talk with everybody a little bit, just because that's just what we need to do. let's see. No bot yet. I can help you. I have. I thought I have. I have Nightbot usually in here. Nightbot should be in here. If not, it's I probably just didn't put it up yet. But I usually have a bot in here. Eventually, I might get some mods in here. Just depends on who actually wants to do it and how I determine how that works. Because I don't know. We'll see how that works. I haven't had any trolls or any issues yet to need any sort of mods regulating the chat. So it's been fine. So as of right now, I mean, I don't see the point in worrying about it if it's not an issue. Western Colorado in the 70s, yeah, love it. Yeah, I hate the heat, so I don't know why I moved out to Texas. Our summers are 105 to 110 down here in Texas. Yeah, so this year wasn't that bad. This year, I think it only got into the hundreds, maybe like a few times, but not that bad this year. Unlike the previous years. Previous years were terrible. Waiting 40-degree weather. Just started following you and on another Stacker channel. Enjoy your insight. Thanks, Stephen. I really appreciate it. Love the new design. I have 30 outside the original Stacker points. Love the way you explained just journey, stack high and stack on. Keeping all the privy eagles and eventually we'll flip them. Yeah, I mean, I flipped my star privy. And that was a huge flip. Like that one, I bought it for 200, sold it for 600, and it's not even trading to that level anymore. So, but I don't know if I plan on selling the privies, like the military ones. I don't know if I plan on selling them quite yet. Maybe later, if they do tend to grow in value. But we'll see. I want to get the set first and just see how far they're or how many they're gonna produce and all that stuff. And if people actually want it. Goldbacks, yeah, I mean goldbacks are cool, but I have nothing against them, but they're just I don't know. I'd rather the real thing, you know. But it's fine. Goldbacks are cool. I mean, it's kind of like how do I describe it? It's almost like a silver round design in the sense of like you just appreciate it, like you know it. You're gonna probably like for example, let me switch over, or I guess and like the privies are just. Let me switch over real quick because I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like or even just like, even just like this right here, like the Germania round. Like I paid like $10 over spot for this, like back when silver was in the 30s. Like the goldbacks are just like something you would just buy because you appreciate them. Like even though you know you're paying a ridiculous premium. So that's just that's how I view it. But I mean, they're cool, but I mean, I don't know. Goldbacks, I just don't. Beyond that, I'm not sure. Frank, yeah, man, about spot price, yeah. I do remember seeing the Franks at spot. I think there was another one. I think Monument Metals had some too. Baby Shark says you get bigger, you might get trolls. Yeah, I'm sure. I know what's gonna happen. Until then, like the people that come here regularly and that are members are probably just gonna be the ones I rely on for that. So until then, not worried about it. I mean, I get more troll comments from the like from the post, like anytime I put a poll up or anytime I put a short or something like that. Like the long videos, sometimes I get one or two, but usually it's like the text post or the polls. Usually someone just says some stupid stuff. There was one point where for like 6 months, this one person every single post just trolled, and so like, but I ignore them. I don't give them any attention, and they just end up going away. So unless they start like really aggravating the chat, I'm not going to bother with it. Let's see. What do you think silver will be next Friday? I don't know what silver will be next Friday. I have, we can transition into that because it is an area I do want to talk about. We go back over to this here. So this is for silver price. This was the high that it hit, or just over 54, and it's coming back down right now. And I think just from how I've seen, just what this looks like, I see silver doing. Where's my tool? Bar patterns. I almost see like an inverse option to like. Let me just draw it. I think drawing gets easier. I would say I see something like this happening actually. To be quite honest with you, like I mean, it could do this. It could do this. I mean, we don't know what it's going to do, but the way that this looks right here, after seeing many and many different ways of how this looks and how it goes, it typically does this. So the big level that we need to look for is around 47.83 specifically, if you want to be specific, but like just call it below 47. If it closes below that, which we're not quite there, but if it does, then I would expect this downtrend to continue because it's already given an indication that it wants to do that. But I mean, we don't know what it's going to do. Gold's kind of on the same look; it has the same like visuals as silver, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, for gold, it'd be like 3,900, almost just under 4 for that to happen. But that's just my take on that. Don't know if it's going to do that, but that's just how I view it. So it could. I personally see silver going down more if it closes below 40 or closes below 47 something. So we'll see what happens though. I mean, that's what it's kind of what I made a video on today was the three-peat of silver crashing. So God, I gotta see. I gotta catch up on chat here. I've been talking too much. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Hello to everybody else that's walking in here. If I didn't say hi to you, I'm sorry. I'm talking about stuff. I did see someone asked a question. How long have I been stacking? So I got started back in 2021 with like right. How much? I don't have any of the stuff anymore, but I bought. Well, how much did I buy? I think I bought like 50 ounces of silver and an ounce of gold within the first month. And so that was how I got started stacking. So I got started I know the exact day, it was May 5th of 2021. I bought 10, actually I bought an equivalent, not this one specifically, but it was this bar right here. I bought 2 of these. I bought a tube of Eagles, and I think I bought like an extra 10 something else, and then I bought an ounce of gold. And that was my first introduction into precious metals. So that's how I got started. It was started with this bar right here, and I had to sell the stack back in 2023, and I've been rebuilding since 24. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I hated the fact that I had to sell it, but especially where the prices are at now. But that's just how the game works. You have to. It's a savings account. You know, that's why we have it. But you know, that's just what we got to deal with, I guess, sometimes. But that's when I got started. Sorry. You're just gonna hate because that's what they do. Yeah, that's why I just ignore them. Silver will be 45 for a bit. Yeah, I mean, we don't know what it's going to do. Anyone who said, like, people who say it's going to do something or it's going to be somewhere, like, they're just lying. Like, no one can predict that well. Like, I'm sorry, like, no one can. Like, no one predicted that silver would hit 50 in like March of this year, and no one said gold was going to be at 4,000 by the end of this year. Like, no one. And if you did predict that, you were looked at as a crazy person. So it's just it can do anything. It can go extremely north or extremely south, or it can just go sideways forever and ever. You just don't know what it's going to do. So let's see. Silver won't go under 47. I mean, people said silver wouldn't go over 50. Here we are. 2020 was when I wanted to start. Got deployed. Started COVID year. I got woken up to it through just like the whole like when they printed the stimulus checks, that's when I got into this, because that's when I realized I started to learn about like all the money printing and everything else that goes along with it. So um, I got kind of woken up to how that all works. I mean, I'm relatively young. I was 31 at the time when I got started with it, so um, on the younger side, I think, than most people. But let's see. Giveaway. I don't know when the giveaway is going to start. I don't have an exact time. It could be in the next 30 minutes, probably. More likely than not. That's my guess. Just stick around and I'm not just going to go. I'm not going to go straight live and then just not and just go instantly into a giveaway. That would just be unfair. You got to get people time to come in and talk and give everyone a good chance to win. Let's see. Yeah, also stacked. Yeah, okay, cool. Started stacking in 2012. Derek got started right when the crash. Then that's a good time to start. When does? Oh, we read that. At what weight did you finish your first year? I finished my first weight in 2021 at. I had 92 ounces of silver and an ounce of gold. So I was just shy of the 100. But going into 22, I think I had 100. I know I had like 110 or 120. It wasn't that much higher. Of course, a little. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome. Another fellow Texan here. We got a lot of people from Texas here. I think Baby Shark said he's from Texas. Obviously, Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stackers from Texas. There's a couple people from Texas here. We got a lot of us here. Silver could easily be 60 by the end of this year. It can, but it also can't. No one really knows. It's just fun to guess, but I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Here's silver by 100. Yeah, we've heard $1,000 silver before. Like, come on, everyone's lying. Just stay consistent and follow your stacking plan. Yes, that's all that matters. As long as you have a plan in place and you're consistently abiding by it, you don't have to worry about anything else. That's my belief and system behind all this dollar cost averaging. But do what you got to do. If you don't want a dollar cost average, you don't have to. As long as you have your plan, as long as you're sticking to it and it works, that's all that matters. Like, what I do is not going to work for someone else. So I was buying silver for 32, 36 and started to go down. Baby Shark just turned 38, so we're about the same age. Yeah, roughly the same age. You're slightly older than I am. Just a couple years. Silver will climb as fiat crashes. Been stacking for 2 years now. I love it. Yeah, I love this stuff. I need to get back on buying more, but I might break my plan from what I usually. The more and more I'm sitting here and waiting, the more and more annoyed I get because my rule right now is I don't want to go more than 10% of my net worth. But the price of silver is rising so much that like it's forcing me to not buy anything, and I just like I'm just sitting here bored. So I don't know. I might just have to pick up something because it's been like 3 months. I haven't bought anything in a few months, and I'm just like, I guess it's good in terms of pricing, but I don't know. I need to get back to it again. I'm starting to get a little agitated, if I'm going to be completely honest here. Reprieve, loved the channel. Bought my ounce of silver today. 1 ASC. Is that your very first ounce of silver? I think that's what you meant to say. This is the first one. Mark has been stacking for only 10 months, but still all in. Platinum, silver, and gold. Nice. It's awesome to see that there's still a lot of new people coming in, even recently. Like not just to the channel, but like just the stacking in general. Like it's awesome. I love to see it. Reprieve says Texas here as well. California is from Joseph. Montana from Bill. I would love to check out Montana. I haven't been there yet. Baby Shark is just north of downtown Houston. Yeah, I'm not going to say where I'm at. I mean, people who I guess have won the giveaways can kind of see the city, so I guess it doesn't really matter anymore. But yeah, I'm north of Houston. So yeah, Max shows how much silver and gold, how much you spent, how much you made. Yeah, I have my own calculation charts thing and everything like that too. So I check it all the time. I think I'm up. Let me see. I think out of all the silver I've ever purchased, yeah, I'm up on every single purchase, even like the ridiculous, except for the privy ones, of course. But like, um, all my other like all these like buffalo rounds, the bars, everything you see here except for these two privies, I have made money on. So, and on average, the average growth on each one is about 50%. So I've done very well in terms of that. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. But again, I talked about it in today's video. I am not big on making it in terms of profit. I'm more concerned about weight and having as much as possible, and I don't care about the price. I'm not trying to make a profit. So um, that's just my thing. Let's see. I gotta get caught up with chat here again. I'm like falling behind. What is my favorite silver that I have displayed? You know, this one's always going to have a special place in my heart because it would, I mean, not this one specifically, but this design. I'm just going to pretend that it's the same one. But this bar was the very first bar of silver I ever bought. So I, like, to me, this is like, even though I sold it technically, like, this design was I bought two of these. This is my very first purchase. And then I don't have them, but the Type 1, or yeah, the Type 1 2021 Eagles were my first other purchase. But um you know, it sounds silly, but honestly, like I really this bar is just I always think of this one first, and I know this isn't probably most people's first choice, but this is my thing. Like this is what I started with, so like I gravitate to this a little bit, even though it's not the same one. I'm just gonna pretend it is. Around how many ounces do I have right now, Ray? I have 150. If you take out the junk silver, if you include that but round it, I'm at 156, roughly. 156. And I've paused over the last few months too, so um, let's see what else we got here. Stacking, Northeast Texas, outside Texarkana. Joshua, howdy. Howdy, Joshua. Choice RPG. I got into silver when my stepdad died. I found a few ounces when I took to LCS. They helped educate me. Since then, I've been addicted. Yeah, it's interesting how people get started with it. I mean, a lot of people probably get started because of their parents or something that gets passed down. But for me, it was just kind of just listening to a podcast and having them tell you what's going to happen with the dollar, and then kind of just putting two to two together and be like, oh, this doesn't work anymore. So that's how I got started. I kind of I got started accidentally. I had no idea that I was going to be doing this stuff, back in 2020. Picked up a stack of golds. Nice. With the stack of Cabarras. This is the way to value up. And first silver was Morgan's. My cost average is 27.36. What is my cost average? Are we including premiums? If we're including premiums, my cost average is 35.27. But again, remember, I started in 2024. I restarted. And I also am including the average of the privy, which I shouldn't. Wait, no, I'm not including the privy. I'm including the premiums on everything but the privies and maybe one other thing. So my average is 35.27 with premiums when you account for that. So do I prefer bars or coins? I like both. I mean, I just prefer both. Like these are nice to like have when you're trying, if you just want to like have a lot of weight and you just want to, keep them in a safe, and you just stack them up. Like this is 30, and these are I like these because if you do ever plan on trading, whoops, if you do ever plan on dropping it or trading your silver for gold, like these are perfect things. They're even numbers. It's easy. You just take these in and just exchange it. So do a trade. I mean, it's a transaction into a trade more or less, but you guys get the point. Like, I like it for that reason. It's easy. It takes up less space, but these are also cool because it's fun to like build a monster box out of these. Just have a bunch of these as well. They're little fractional pieces. It's like having junk silver. It's just variety. There is no favorite one, but I think I do gravitate more towards the bars, but I do like these too. Like I don't want to put one much higher than the other. So that's just my take on that. I do like the bars, but I also like the coins, but these are just a little more for stacking purposes. Because you can stack these in twos and stuff, but like, it's just easier like this, in my opinion. Let's see, what else do we got? Missing. Greg, how you doing? Welcome, Joe. How you doing? I'm trying to catch up on chat here. Fractional gold, do you like the stack? I don't have a fractional gold. I have never bought fractional gold, at least not yet. I think if I were to, I would buy. I know you want to save up for 1 ounce of Eagles, but I mean, given the price of things, it wouldn't hurt to get a 10th ounce, and I probably would do that. But I don't have a preference just because I haven't done it yet. I don't really know. If I'm being completely honest. Philip, yo, Gen X Silver Stackers, hello, how you doing? Welcome in. Not get high premiums back when. Yeah, that's true. That's why. I mean, I talked about this in other videos. You got bars, you got rounds, you got Eagles. You have you need a little bit of everything, in my opinion. You really do, because it reduces the risk of other areas if you try to go all in on one. So that's just my opinion of that. Starting first year, have stacked 100 ounces of silver. Yeah, I mean, I probably could stack way more, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm probably gonna restart. I'm getting bored. I need new silver. Like, it's fun to open these up for you guys and give them away, but I have to give them away and then I can't enjoy them for too long. So it's supplementing the gap right now for those. Eagles, yep. I've been leaning more toward the 10th ounce. Originally I used to lean towards a kilo. Like, I've always wanted to get a kilo bar. I still have yet to get one. I probably will, but I haven't gotten a kilo bar yet. But I mean, this right here is roughly what a kilo is gonna weigh. It's pretty chunky, but I mean, I think 10 is like the sweet spot, at least for right now. How do we sign up to win? Shane, you just have to talk in the chat, and then eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to capture everybody's names who's participating, and then we're going to put them in the wheel, and we're going to start giving away. We'll probably do that here very soon. I think we've talked a little bit about stuff. But unless you guys want to keep going, I know some of you guys want to get the giveaway going. We'll do it here in the next 10 minutes. How about that? We'll do that in the next 10 minutes, and then we'll chat for whatever we need to chat afterwards, and then watch like half the stream go away because they didn't win. But that's fine. Let's see, what else do we got here? Other refiners only taken in 1 ounce silver, odd weight silver, and SCB. Are you asking why they're not taking the alloy silver, Baby Shark? I don't know if that's what you're asking for. Yeah, the maples are cool. I would love. I need to start getting some maple. I need to diversify everything out a little bit better. I just have eagles, but I'm trying to get a monster box of eagles. That's my goal right now, is to get a monster box of eagles, but the premiums have gone up on those so much that I'm just not so like sure if I want to continue that right now, because it just doesn't make sense. I'm not going to pay an over spot for an eagle right now. But it depends on what my LCS is doing. I haven't been in there in a while, so I have to see how they're doing that. But Let's see, what else do we got? Do I stack crypto coins? Not really. I mean, no. I don't. I don't. You can't really stack crypto. Oh, are you talking about like the design coins? No, I don't do those. Um, let's see, hit my yearly goal. It's awesome. Goals per stack. I kind of just talked about that right now. I just want to get as much as possible. But my main goal is to get a monster box of Eagles, a monster box of Buffalo rounds, and then from there on out, it's just stack weight. That's it. That's all I want to do. Baby Shark says yes. As far as I know about the refinery stuff, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. People can correct me, but I know they're not taking in the alloy or the 90% silvers because, or sterling silver, or anything that's less than pure than 3.9 is fine because the cost to, I guess, to lease the short-term rates on those products, it becomes is more expensive than it is to melt the product and get it out. So they're not accepting it. It's more expensive for them to do it. So that's why they're not accepting that. As far as I know, I think that's kind of how it works. I don't work in a refinery. I don't do any of those things. I don't know how it exactly works, but just from watching videos, I think that's the reason why. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Just close the blinds a little bit. Let's see what else we got here. How long have I been a YouTuber? I made the channel a few years ago, but I didn't really start actively pumping out videos consistently, literally like every single day, until this past, like earlier this year in February. That's when I really started to get a little serious with it. So I've been doing this for almost a year now, at least in my mind. You prefer to order your silver online? I do both. I mean, I order online. I also I try to support my LCS as much as possible. I try to go through them first, but sometimes there's good deals online. You just want to take it. But typically, for me, the LCS is going to be cheaper than some of the online dealers. But for the giveaways, I buy from the online dealers because I can still support them that way. But I think for the most part now, I've kind of switched from buying online into buying from my LCS. So I do a little bit of both, but I've been more gravitated towards the LCS lately because I want to support them. And I like talking to them. They're cool. They're really cool people. So no, that's, they're going to earn my business in that regard. Let's see. Like, yeah, provider's not taking 80% or less. Someone asked if I stacked gold earlier. I want to, but I don't have any right now. I like maples. Yeah, maples are beautiful. Like I think they're actually, if I had to rank it, they'd probably be number one, to be quite honest with you. So that's just my my take on it. Yeah, like especially like I don't know, the gold and the silver, they both look really good, but one day we'll get them. Bootsy, hello, how you doing? Cracker Stacker, did anyone get a 2025 silver proof set from the US Mint? I have not gotten the proof set, but we do have privies from the military ones. We got the Navy right here in the, you can't really see it that well. My lighting's not that good. It's getting dark out and I don't have the best lighting right now, so that's the Navy privy right there. Then I got the Army privy right here. Let's see, what else do we got? What else do we got? Secretly stacking for a couple months. When my husband came in here, that we should look at silver at the show that it's already done. I don't have to worry about that. I just buy it. I don't have anybody that's I have to hide it from. I don't know why you would have to hide that stuff though, because I mean, that's not my place to ask. 2016 Maple Privies going to start adding gold next week. I was going to focus on 1/10. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to get into gold soon, but GSR went back up, so I'm sticking to silver right now. I close to LCS in New York and they charge tax under 1,000, so I hate going there if I'm not over 1,000. Yeah, that's the problem with living in states like that. Thankfully, here in Texas, you don't have to worry about that. You just go in and buy. No tax, no nothing. Just go. Just buy it. Is it also backed up with alloy silver that many are processing 7 days? Yeah, I did hear, but I think Silver Dragons had a video on that. Here he said something about that they're working like every single day, 24 hours just to catch up with things. So that's crazy, but I mean that would be the time to get some junk silver. I mean, we always joked about stopping the melt, so I'm getting from LCS and looking at Max. You got a good deal. Yeah, it depends. Like, it's interesting because like it's funny because I think like one time I went in the who was it my LCS like used AppMex for their spot pricing one day. I thought it was super weird, and then the next time I went in, they like I had never seen it again. So I don't know, maybe they just had an issue with something and they couldn't get the pricing, so they just picked one. I don't know. Maybe the guy was new. I don't know what it was, but I haven't seen them do that since then. It was just a one-time thing. But I don't know. I haven't been in my LCS since Silver started going crazy. I have not gone in, and I just want to go in just to see like what's happening, what they have, because they're very popular. I would love to one day talk to them and like kind of do like call it like an interview, I guess, kind of thing with them. But that like I have to be in there a little bit more to start requesting stuff like that. So I might just have to start popping in and buying more frequently. That's part of the reason why I also want to just do it and get back into buying again, because like not just sitting here not buying anything is just getting frustrating. So need to build some relationships up a little bit more too. So let's see, what is my silver weight? I have 156 ounces. I think that's right. 156 ounces of silver. Let's see. Yeah, 156. And it might be 157 if I include. I don't think I included this yet because I just got it. So. Trade silver for gold at 65-ish. I'm gonna trade it in when it hits. I'm gonna do it in two waves. I'm gonna do it at 50, and then I'm gonna do it at 46. I know it sounds very weird. It's a very specific number, but that's what I've done in terms of like calculating what my like if I were to, because I bought a lot of silver when the GSR was above 100. Like a lot of my purchases were around the $99 to $102 range or GSR range. So I'm gonna turn in a good. If the GSR ever goes to 50, I'm gonna trade it in and get some gold. So but that's if it does that. But if it does go to 50, I'm gonna trade in what I can, and then if it drops down to like 45, 46, that's my average GSR purchase. If I divide that by 2, and then I can get like double the amount of gold more or less. I have not tried Whatnot. Sadly, I don't have an LCS. I have to drive an hour, but I have a local shop that buys the silver and the owner. Yeah, I mean, as long as you have some connection. What would you recommend buying with 200 a month budget? I mean, with anything right now with 200, even if it's 200, 2,000, or whatever, like, depends on what your goal is. If you're trying to just get weight and you want to get started, go for something like these. You might only be able to pick up like $200. You could probably only pick up like 3 or 4 of these, depending on what the price is. But otherwise, the premiums are starting to go up. So getting a piece of silver like the Eagle here, like these are going to probably start running a high premium right now. So you might not want to go for these because these are let's just say this is $60 an ounce, and then this one is going for 50 an ounce. You can buy more of these with that $10 spread than you could these. So the premiums are going up for everything, but I would maybe start avoiding these guys and start going more towards just generic silver like these that you see, like even these bars. Probably can't get $200 worth of a bar, but on a 10 ounce. But I would just start with something with weight. But if you want junk silver too, that's probably the other best option right now. Is like these, the junk silver. These are going to be probably you can get these for under spot. I know Monument Metal has them for under spot right now, so that's probably the next best thing you can do. But it just depends on what your goals are. If you don't mind spending the extra premium, then go ahead and buy it. But it depends on what you are trying to do. Still before more silver, yeah. Why don't we all, William? Let's see. I'm just trying to check up a thing, but yeah, junk silver, constitutional, 90%, whatever you want to call it, is probably the best bang for your buck right now because I'm sure dealers are trying to get it out of their hands because they can't turn it into the refinery. So if you want to get a good deal, that's probably the best way to go is getting your constitutional. But again, it's all depending on where you get them. So like, you know, some people say they get Eagles for like just a couple bucks over spot. Some people may have to pay $10 over spot. It just depends like where you get them from. But you want to get as low as possible. It just depends again, but it just depends on what you're trying to do. All right. Let's see. I think we've got all caught up here. Let's go ahead and if you guys go ahead and start typing in the chat, I'm going to gather a bunch of names here. We're going to go ahead and get this started. If you guys can start typing away, I'm going to start harvesting some names for the giveaway. Just type in Gaul. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. So we're going to start getting those. We're going to start the giveaway here. I want to go ahead and get this started. Then we kind of finish up, wrap up, and do what we got to do. So go ahead and start typing in. Type in Gaul. I don't really care. Type in whatever. We're just going to get a bunch of names in here because I'm going to start getting everything. Make sure you guys get a chance to win because we are giving away 3 of these Mercury rounds. So US only, unfortunately, just because of how expensive everything gets to send out in other countries and all the crap that goes along with it. So let's see, make sure you guys are all typing in. I'll give you guys another minute or two. Just keep typing in the chat, and we will do a giveaway here in just a bit. And there are 3 people here. I don't know. I haven't seen them yet. I don't know if they're in here. But if Booth is in here, Brambo, or Metal Matt, if any of you guys are in the chat right now, they have a chance to win an extra ounce of silver because Booth is here. Yeah, Booth is here. They have a chance to win an extra ounce of silver because they correctly guessed the silver roulette winner. So that's a little nugget for them, but everyone else has an equal chance, of course, winning as well, but they just have a little bit extra because they did that. So let's go ahead and make sure everyone's names are in. I'll give you guys just another minute, and I will start harvesting in the names right now. We're going to put these in, and let's go ahead, and everybody should be entered in as of right now. Let's go and switch scenes real quick. Go to, boop. There we go. We got all the names in here. Look at all these names. This is crazy. I think my name's in there too. I got to remove my name. We can increase the odds a little bit better for somebody because it's a little unfair if not delete other people who don't need to get deleted. There we go. We'll delete me. So that way we increase the wins by a little bit. So, or the odds. All right, guys. Let me do this. We should have everybody in here. I hope if I got everybody, there should be, which I find interesting that it should find everybody. Let me, just in case, I'll do it one more time. God, it keeps like moving. Why is it not? We're going to do this. We're going to do, all right, member 2 months. That's wonderful. That's not a winner. What is this? All right, I think we have more entries in now. I think this looks more correct. So we've got a bunch of entries in here now. We should be good to go. All right, I think we got everybody in here. let's go get some fun little music on here, huh? Shall we? Let's see. What's this one gonna do? Is this too loud? Hold on. I don't have my headphones are not on. Can't hear it. Can't hear it. All right. There we go. Let's do it. Turn it down just a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right. So we got 3 to give away here, everybody. Let's go ahead and spin. We're going to shuffle everything up real quick. Boom, 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 boom. All right, guys. Is it too... Hopefully the music's not too loud. I'll turn it down just a little bit. There we go. I think that's good. I think that's a good level. All right, guys. Here we go. We're going to spin it for the first round. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. The first winner of the Mercury round is going to be Puddles. We got, is it Puddles? It's Puddles. Let's go. Puddles wins the first silver round. And just for you guys who are unaware, go ahead and if you are a winner, go ahead and email me. You can find that email on the homepage of my channel. So just go on there and I will put that also in the chat afterwards. But Puddles, congrats, my man. You get the, oh no, we don't need the Mike Myers music. That one. We're going to do this instead. I need this one maybe? We'll do that. All right. So, Puddles wins the first one. And now, for the second one, let's shuffle again. We're gonna shuffle again we're gonna shuffle each time here, right? All right, so here we go. For the second ounce of the silver, who's gonna win this one? Let's spin the wheel in 3, 2, 1, boom. Who's gonna win this one? It is Eric Hall. Is it Eric again? It's Eric. Let's go. Eric has won twice now on this channel. Eric, I think I still have all your info, so I don't think you need to email me unless you want to. Unless something's changed. I think I still have your info from last time. So Eric's actually the first person on this channel to win twice, so congrats to him. All right. So let's do this again. Let's spin one more time. We're going to shuffle it. Did I remove? I think I removed his name. Oh, I did not remove his name. Let me remove Eric's name. Respectfully, let me remove his name. So that way we have equal chances of winning and we're not going to duplicate it. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and spin for the final ounce. Let's find out who wins. Yeah, I just removed Eric's name. We're good. I just removed it, so we're good. All right. We're gonna find out who wins the final ounce of silver. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's see who wins this one. It's gonna go to. Oh, who is it? Oh, Philly Beef just barely held on. Sorry, Raymond, man. You got so close to it. But Philly Beef wins the third round. Oh, man. That was a close one. All right, guys. That was fun. All right, that's all we got for the giveaways. Congratulations to Puddles, Eric, and Philly Beef for winning. If you guys can, give me 1 second here. I'm going to type in. It's going to move all the silver away. If you guys are unsure, because I know this confused some people last time, let me go ahead and just type in the email address in the chat. Just give me a second to clean up the desk a little bit. Just in case you guys need to. I know some people have difficulty finding it for whatever reason. So I'm going to put it in the chat so you guys can actually see it. Just give me 1 second to do that. So if you win, All right, there we go. So I'll pin that just so you guys can see it. So if you guys won, go ahead and email me there, and then just give me your info. I think who was it, Eric? I think I still have yours, unless it's changed. Let me know. Otherwise, that's the winners for this time. We're gonna do another live stream in 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks from today. I don't know the exact date, but there's Mike Myers music. Usually. So in about 2 weeks' time, we're gonna go ahead and do another live stream. We're gonna play Silver Roulette again, like we always do. We always do Silver Roulette, and then we always do an actual giveaway stream. So we'll do Silver Roulette. We will decide the next winner that we're gonna give away. The next giveaway will be in a month from now. No, it's right. I should put I need to put the other email in there. I'll just do that for now. I'm going to switch to a different email address because that thing is just it's too confusing. But yeah, this will be the next giveaway in a month from now. We're going to give this away, and then in 2 weeks we will find out what the Silver Roulette winner is going to be for the following one. So this is how we're going to do it. So, which is crazy because that'll probably be the so what would that be? That would be the 7th would be roulette. The 21st would be giveaway. The 5th would be roulette. The 8th, the 19th would be another giveaway. So right around Christmas, we're gonna have a giveaway, which is great. Maybe we just do one big like Christmas giveaway. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure something out. But yeah, I think yeah, Baby Shark, I think we could do a hangout live stream next week. I think we can do because I plan next week. I plan on doing our normal roulette on the 7th or 8th or something around that time. And then on the 10th, we're going to do another live stream for the other privy. And we're going to buy that one. So we can probably do the hangout one on that one. I don't really know what we're going to do quite yet, but we'll figure it out eventually. But other than that, I mean, we can. I'll save it for another few minutes, but we'll probably end the stream here in just a bit. And like I said, the viewership drops drastically as soon as it's over. I love it. But yeah, it's gonna be super fun. I wonder who's gonna win the next Silver Roulette. I wonder if Tim's round is gonna hack the chances like he almost did the first time. So we'll have to see how that goes. But let's see. There you go. If you want to buy good silver, nothing over spot right now for these. This is your best bet. It's not quite 200, but I don't know. We'll figure out. We'll have to figure out what to do for Christmas. The Christmas stream. Let's see. Baby Shark says, "Now you know who's here for just the giveaway." Yeah, I mean that's normal though. I mean, people just want to. They just want free stuff, and it's just part of the. It's just part of the game, you know. It's just this is how it works. Giveaway for that's what we should do. We should do a. That's actually very smart. It's very messed up, but we should do that. We should do a fake giveaway, so the real people who know what's going on and that are active members know not to leave because it's not the real giveaway. That's actually funny. That's funny. But I mean, it is what it is. I don't mind it because people like Eric Hall, who just won twice, is going to be, Eric's a regular guy. I've seen him for quite some time, so it's going to land on people who are here constantly, and it's also going to land on people who maybe just get the one-off. But that's just how it works. So, but it is what it is. I just hope it gets more people in because, again, even if there's 50 people come in and then it drops down to 30 something, like it's not a drastic drop. I mean, it is a drastic drop in terms of percentage, but like in the grand scheme of things, it's not like 1,000 people are in here. But anything I can do to get more people, more eyes on the hobby and stacking in general, that's all I really care about. I don't necessarily care about trying to save face on anything. So I just want people to get into the hobby. And if it brings one other person in, that's all that matters to me. So, But I mean, where it counts, I recognize the regulars. I do recognize you guys, and I appreciate everybody that, and a lot of you guys are here even right now. Like a lot of you guys are here, so shout out to you guys. Next week could be a live stream talking about how the market's moving. I was debating on doing live streams weekly, but I don't know if it wasn't really feasible for me, and I found that I was running out of things to talk about. So I don't know. Like that's why the roulette and the giveaway have been a good balance for me. I haven't had to feel the need to like include anything else, and so it doesn't feel forced. But I mean, I wouldn't mind doing weekly live streams. It's just I just don't know. I want to fill that content with something else, not just um, you know doing something just to do something. I want to actually provide something into it. Um, Secret giveaway starts at 2 minutes. That's true. We should do that. That'd be a great filter. Everyone that comes in knows that this isn't the real giveaway. Or we just I don't know, you'd have to we could do like a subscribers only thing or like I would love to do like a members live stream only, but that's like a money grab. I'm sorry. That's like a money grab and I don't really want to do that. But I just wish there was a way to filter out certain people. So exposure to stacking is good. Yes, that's all I care about. I just want to get more people involved with this stuff. Lenny says you can never go wrong by giving yet 100%. That's why I do this. As soon as I got like literally more than half of what I earn on YouTube goes back to you guys. So I don't take much like at all. It all goes back. So are most winners subscribers? Joshua, yes, as of right now, I think most winners are generally subscribers. I think lately, in the last two, I've seen less recognizable names, but I saw someone today that won it last time, and they were here. So, as far as I know, they're all like I'm starting to see less regulars, if that makes sense. But it hasn't been. It's not going to really be noticeable until I get to like couple hundred viewers on a live stream every single time. That's when you're going to start to see it. But who knows? We'll have to figure out how to regulate it. But I don't want to also, I don't want to just do a members only live stream. I mean, maybe we can do a members only live stream for certain like other things in the future. I do want to redo the membership perks because I think they're a little unfair right now. And people who are supporting, I appreciate you guys, but I also think it's a little unfair because I also hadn't like filled in a lot of the things that I said I would do on them. So I'm thinking about just like a one flat rate support level and that's it. So, but that's something in the future. I'll have to figure it out. Live stream should be every Friday night. Yeah, it's just, Ray, it's just my schedule sometimes doesn't let me. So that's why sometimes it's Thursdays, sometimes it's Fridays, sometimes it's Saturdays. It just depends on what I'm able to do because work gets in the way a lot of the time. So I got, there's things going on at work that I have no control over, and this week has been quite intense. So, I can't, at least not right now until I don't have to work anymore. I can't really guarantee Fridays. But we'll figure things out. I would love to interview people for live streams, David. That would be fun. Or do like a collab with somebody, but I haven't found someone. I haven't reached out to anybody that I'm willing to do that with because I also want to do it with people that I align with and that would be good in terms of content and value for you guys. So, I'm not trying to outreach and be a desperate, YouTuber where it's like, oh, we should do a collab and then just, I don't know. I just want it to be, I want it to be done the right way and not just, I'm not trying to do it for clicks. I want to actually do a genuine, effort for these things. So, but I don't want to rule that out because I would love to do LCS interviews. I would love to do, collabs with other YouTubers, but I also have to develop the relationships first before I even do that. So that's kind of what that might be my focus for next year. I think for the rest of this year, I'm just going to keep putting out content and just doing what I need to do. But I'm going to start working on building relationships with the LCS and just other people here on YouTube a little bit more. So that's kind of where I'm at with things. If you guys want an insight on my head and how that's working out right now. Quaid, how you doing? Nice to be with you. Nice to be with you here too. Really enjoy this format. I normally never participate in chats, but have fun here. Yeah, I try to make it fun because, you know, I try to make it interesting with Silver Roulette. I don't think anyone really does that. And I mean, everyone does. There's people that do giveaways, but no one really does like the Silver Roulette part of it. That's what's fun. That makes it interesting. But you know, I'm also trying to figure out like what works for me and what I'm comfortable with, and like where my voice is, and what's my thing. You know, like I haven't really like found that yet. So that's just gonna come naturally. I'm not trying to force it. Really enjoy the format. Oh yeah, we said that. When you post that fake giveaway, I'm going to play along and see who falls for it. We'll have to do something, man. Like it's crazy. We'll have to do something about that. But what's with the $50 super chat? You're crazy, man. You're insane. Holy $50 super chat. Yo, hearts and confetti in the chat for Booth. Booth is awesome. Appreciate it, man. $50 super chat. You guys are crazy for this. I appreciate it, man. Seriously, I really do, because this goes back to you guys. You know, I mean, I plan on hopefully giving away as much silver as possible instead of doing 3 or 4 little wins where we can give away like 20. You know what I mean? That's going to be that's the goal. It's just to give back. Oh, let's see. Booth just threw me off now. I gotta go back to chat. Let's see, Roadkill, how's everybody doing? What's up, man? How are you? Roadkill, how you doing? What do you the tax rate cut do for the metals? I think I know what the question is. The the next rate cut for the metals, I mean, doesn't it typically increase and then but it should increase it, but I think it typically drops it, right? It should increase it. I think they usually go down and then they usually go up. Could be wrong though. I know they're supposed to go up when you cut rates. That's just what I think on that. Interview your LCS. Yes, guys, I want to interview my LCS. I want to, but I have to develop a relationship. I can't just walk in with a camera and be like, hey, let me ask you a question. But I also at the same time, like, I know it's a cool thing to do, but I also don't want to like copy what Yankee's doing, what like Silver Dragons is doing. I also don't want to be a copycat in that sense. But I know it's not really a copycat format because, you know, the dealer could be, you know, their own, because they're going to be the personality of that entire thing. So if they're not really all into it, then it's not going to work. So it just depends on who they are. But even if I did do an interview, the guy that works there, he reminds me of a lot of, like, if you were to combine, you know, the good attributes that you see out of, like, you know, out of Harry, Adrian, and Tim, and all the guys that we all watch, like, he's got all of that. So I think, you know, he would be the guy I go to for the interview. So I just need to develop a good relationship with him, because when I first went into the LCS with my buddy, he's never bought silver before. This is back in April. He had never bought silver before, and someone had just sold 100-ounce the Royal Canadian Mint. It was like the big 100-ounce bar, and my friend had never held silver before, never had silver in his life, never touched it, nothing. He let him hold the 100-ounce bar of silver, and he was sold, and he educated him, and I actually planted some questions into his head as to what he should ask him, because I wanted to test how genuine they were, and the guy was nailing every single point. So I was happy with it. That's what made me trust these guys. So I'd love to get that guy on some interviews at some point in the future. So, and he's very knowledgeable too. Just talking with him anytime I was there. And you know what, AJ made a good point, like talking about participating in a couple chats. Like, sometimes when the chats have like 1,000 people in it, it's easy to get lost. And I don't want that to happen here because it is tough. I mean, I have to put on like a slow mode or something, but it does get tough when everyone starts yapping and like your comment tends to get lost in the void, and I don't want that. I want everyone to, I catch it happening here. Like there's comments I've missed in here, but it's not intentional. It's just there's so much happening for me to keep up. Uh, Picked up a 5-ounce bar yesterday and 2 maples. Nice. Thank you so much. And awesome charts too. Yeah, I appreciate that, Booth. You're not copying. You're giving us information what we like to see. Yeah, that's true. I just don't want to be like a copycat type of person. Like I don't want to copy like someone's style. It's kind of what I'm trying to get at. I don't want to copy a style. Like I don't want to copy someone's thumbnails. I don't want to copy someone. Like I'm trying to do my own thing where I'm not getting influenced by other people's things that when they're successful. So it's tough. So I've been doing it my own way. Like the silver roulette idea was mine. I don't think anyone does that. So I'm just trying to do things that are unique. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with interviews. I would love to even go one day. What I would love to do is go into the one of the what's it called, the mints, the Texas precious metals. I would love to do like a tour and like document it, just like see how all that works, because like they sell gold and silver for like that's made here in Texas. So it'd be cool. They're only a couple hours away, so something I definitely want to do. There used to be more than 2 channels that interview local coin shops. No, there are more than 2 that do coin shop interviews, but I think Silver Dragons and Yankee are the most consistent, and obviously they're the heavy hitters in the niche. So everyone sees theirs. But I mean, there are people that do other ones, but I don't think they're as consistent as the other ones. But that's just probably due to their status, friendship, and being there for so long. It's like it takes time. You can't just go right into it like that. LCS may donate to your god too. Yeah, I mean, like I would even love for that, because like these guys are really good. Like even my LCS, I would love to have other people, call in and get them some business too. So, that would be something we can figure out eventually further on down the road. But that's just something I would love to incorporate a bunch of different things later. But right now, my goal is probably starting next year is start like being a little more consistent and just showing up there. AJ has to, what did I say? Oh, AJ has to go to dinner. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by, AJ. Take care. Have a great night. I found a nice LCS. First one were not nice. Second one was great. Yeah, these guys were the first one I went to, and they were great. It's just old people selling. I'm like the youngest person every time I go into my LCS. Like everyone there is so much older than I am, and I'm just like they look at me like, "Why are you here?" But the guys working the counter, like they're like my age. I think they're probably even younger. So, but they don't just do precious metals. It's like they do precious metals, but they also have like a jewelry. So they sell a lot of like, necklaces, watches, and everything else. So it's kind of like a big store. There's really just a small corner in the back of the store where they actually sell everything, but it'd be cool to eventually just, maybe one day, if the channel does really well and I get to interview them and everything takes off, then we can, take half the store for precious metals. So that's like an unintended goal of mine one day. But not to dictate their business, but they do a little bit of both, Scottsdale Stacker series. Oh, the Stacker series. Yeah, I have yet to find out. I know people love it, but we're gonna find out what that's about, because that's on the way. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks. 3D Woodworks, howdy. How you doing? Chris Mills, they sure do hold a good premium. They do hold a good premium, but it's Texas, and if you're, obviously anyone from Texas is going to have a lot of pride in being from Texas, so it's just one of those things you're going to pay the premium for. But again, that would be something cool to like just get, pick people's brains, do tours on things, interviews. I would just love to do all that stuff. It would bring attention to an LCS that other people. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm not in a big town, but I'm not in a small town. So it's kind of like, unless you're driving to and from Houston and Dallas or Austin or some crazy thing like that, like maybe you'd swing by, but otherwise, that's about it. Checking out the channel on your drive home. I appreciate it. It works. Eli, first live chat. Let's go, Eli. You guys are unfortunately a little too late because we already did the giveaway. Sorry. But we're debating on whether or not we should do a fake giveaway on the next one so we can do the real one after this. So we get the more genuine people. I don't know. That can only work for so long, though. Because I feel like everyone would start to figure it out. We'd have to like start doing, all right, second giveaway, and then we do a third one. Like, it's going to have to be... This is going to have to get worse. We're going to have to inflate the giveaways. Jesus. I don't think we can do that, though. Eli comments on the YouTube channels a lot, but I've never seen Eli in a live chat. So this is definitely his first live chat. It's overlays behind the counter, older people. Yeah, the people at my LCS, they're young. Like, there's not really anyone, I don't think, above the age of 50 that's working there, except for maybe the owner. His name's David. Other than that, like, everyone else is probably in their 30s. Maybe there's someone in their 40s, but for the most part, everyone's in like their 20s and 30s there. But yeah, I don't know. We'll figure out what to do with everything, but I think I've entered in a secret code in one of your videos. Yeah, Baby Shark, that could work too. We could do that. I just don't know if this is gonna. I just don't know. I don't know if this is like if it's getting to a point where it's, an issue. I don't know if it is or not, but I know it's going to get progressively more and more difficult for people as the channel grows, more people come in. So we'll figure something out. Maybe we do like a small giveaway on the live streams, and then we do like a separate one for like the regular viewers. I just wish you could do like a subscribers only live streamers, like, and you have to be a subscriber for like a month. You know what I mean? So, it's just, I don't know. Like, they have members live streams, but I don't want to make people pay to be a member. So, what exactly is old, guys? I'm 35. Okay, so everything older than 35 is older than me. Kind of. Eric Hall with a $10 super chat, giving some love back. I appreciate it, Eric. Congrats again on the win, on the dub for Silver Round. Actually, it's the second one you got. Throw confettis and hearts in the chat for Eric. Appreciate it. I don't know if there's a subscribers only stream or if it's a subscribers only chat. We could do a subscribers only chat, so that way we can only gather names from people who have been a subscriber for maybe more than like a week or two or something like that, just to keep some regulars in. But but at the same time, I don't want to. It feels, I always think about the people maybe who come in late who just discover the channel and they're going to be lifelong members, and then they want to participate in the giveaway and they can't enter. So I feel like it's going to come to a point where we're just catering to certain groups, and I don't really want that. But I don't know. It's not something I'm really worried about too much yet. 66, 52, 57. I mean, I feel so young. But I know there's people younger than I am that are doing this, but my generation does not. People, they always joke about this being like, even my parents who are older, like they don't care about this stuff. And I'm just glad that I'm in my 30s and I caught on to this early than later. But you know, that's just, I'm just glad I got it while I'm here. Don't feel bad looking at this way. It's like stacking, so we gotta wait for it more. Yeah, it's true. What do I want out of this? The vision for this channel? I just want to bring more people into the hobby, and I want to do that by making videos through education, entertainment, whether that's interviewing people, whether that's just me rambling on about stuff, doing giveaways, things like that. Like my goal is not to make like a lot of money. My goal, like at least with this stuff, my goal is to just, I love this stuff. It's a hobby of mine, and I just want to push it to as many people as possible. And I know YouTube is generally a younger audience, generally, but this niche isn't. And so getting it to people, I'd have to start going into other platforms, but that's going to be such a huge barrier to overcome. So I don't know. I just want to also just give back to, and I'm just sharing the love that I have for this hobby. That's all I want to do out of this. I don't want to, I'm not trying to do anything insane. Chauson has to run. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Congrats. Have a good night, Chauson. Thanks for stopping by. My 19-year-olds start to take interest. The others just laugh at me. Oh, yeah. Even my grandma, who's 83, used to laugh at it. Thinks it's stupid, it's silly. So it's like, what are you going to do? I don't know. It's like, if I can't even influence my family, what am I going to do? Like, but yeah. I just want to do. I'm also just kind of doing this for fun too. Like this is just for fun for me, but I also want to get more people, like, because ultimately, what's going to happen? I don't know if it's going to happen in my lifetime or in someone else's lifetime, but I know in somebody's lifetime, the dollar's going to crash. Everything's going to be bad, and those who hold gold and silver are going to win. Might not be in a month, might not be in a year, 10 years. I don't know what it's going to be. But the more that we can like tell people, the more people are starting to wake up to everything else, not just the dying dollar, but just everything else in the world. People are starting to, like, more information is coming out and things are becoming more transparent, but at the same time, they're also becoming more well hidden. And people are starting to wake up to certain things. And this is just one area that I want them to, get involved in. And so that's all I want to do is have fun, educate people, and just, if I could target the younger generation, I target the younger generation. Otherwise, it's not really my goal to target the younger generation, but I think it's important. Trying to get my son to see the light. I can't even get my family to see the light. Like my mom, I think, understands it, but they're like most people. They just see it as a profit. They don't see it for like an investment or form of savings. They see it as a profit. Like, how is this going to make me money? That's all they really care about. So that's what most people care about, unfortunately. It's a very small percentage of people that actually like silver stacking for what it's supposed to be. Maybe we lean more in the hobbyist area, but most people want a profit. So that's that, and that's a hard thing to come by, because silver is not really a profitable thing. Gold kind of is more, but it's not exciting. People want excitement. It's the quick instant gratification and cheap dopamine hits is what people want, and you're not going to get that with this stuff. So it's going to be a very difficult thing to get people to get behind. For the 1% gets to see him folks stacking, getting educated in the field. Yeah, I mean, like, for me, this is like, I'm self-educated. I'm self-taught on this stuff. Like, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Like, I'm learning as I go. When I make these videos, it's a lot of some of it's research, some of it is talking to other people, and sometimes it's getting told I'm wrong. Like, it's a learning process for me. Like, I'm still doing this. Like, I when I made this channel, I had no idea what I was talking about. So, like, I've just learned as I went, and that's just that's how it should be. Every generation eat all that help. They're so dumb right now that that's 100% true. Baby shark, they're so dumb. But like, I don't know. It's just, but at the same time, they're not. They're just. I would say they're not focusing on the right things. They're not necessarily stupid. They just, social media makes it so much. It influences so much on people, and it makes it terrible for them to think for themselves. So, that's the main issue I see. But anyways, yeah, I think that's gonna be it, guys. I gotta get ready for bed. I gotta wake up early tomorrow morning, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So I think I'm gonna call the stream here. And thank you guys for sticking around, doing this little chat. I appreciate all the super chats today from everybody who all donated. That would be Booth, Eric, and Northampton West. I appreciate every single one of you guys for sticking around. And congrats to the winners, Puddles, Eric, and Philly Beef. We'll check the emails later if they sent them. Otherwise, that's going to do it for today's live stream. We'll do one in about 2 weeks. I'll let you guys know, of course, when that's going to be. We'll be doing Silver Roulette and possibly an unboxing. And but other than that, guys, thank you so much for sticking by today. I'll see you all in about 2 weeks. Take care, guys.